Hi and welcome to another episode of Lay the Draw from Canny Drifters, where we're trying to earn additional income online. Apologies that it's been a couple of days since the last update, but it's Cheltenham weekend with all the match betting. I do quite a bit of match betting with all the offers and free bets and such like. It's rude to not to jump on board and take advantage of those when it's only like 4 days of the year. So apologies, that's where I've been. I've not been not doing Lay the Draw. I've been doing it, I just haven't given you an update, so that's what I'm here to do today. So you can see I've got a new sheet here, TS02, which is our trading strategy 2, which is where, if we remember, we enter pre-game with a higher draw liability, meaning with higher draw odds before the start of the game, and therefore higher liability. So when we do lose, the liability is high, and when we do win, we just win the stake that we put down, basically. Now you can see Monday night's games here. That's 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that was 9 trades, and we lost 3 and won 6. So we won 2 out of 3, and then Tuesday we won 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and we lost 3 out of 11. So that's getting on for 1 and 4. But you can see here on Monday we were £9.70 down, and on Tuesday we were £5.80 down. So actually £15.50 down. So what I'm going to do, obviously it's only 2 days, and it's quite disappointing really, because last week we were quite a bit up on strategy 2. For whatever reasons. I'm going to go back and double check that I got everything right last week with regards to strategy 2, because just looking at some of these draw liabilities, so you can see that if we take the Crystal Palace Man City game from Monday evening to start with, the odds of a draw before the game started were 5.9 while laying the draw, because obviously Man City were odds on favourites, but they didn't win the game, and even worse, there was actually no goals. Not that I would have mattered, because we lose if it's a 1-1 or a 2-2 on the strategy 2. But so what that means is, because the draw was 5.9 before the game, and we laid a £2 stake, we lose £9.80, which is the £2 times by 5.9 minus the £2 stake. Now it's quite disappointing in that respect, because I think last week I was saying that if you won 2 out of 3 games, you should break about even. Now I did win 2 out of 3 trades on Monday, but nowhere near broke even. I lost £9.70. And another key factor is, to get that £9.70 back, you've got to win 5 consecutive trades, which I haven't done. And then also Tuesday I only actually lost 3 trades out of 11, which could have been better, but could have been worse. I think there was a game where somebody scored really late on. I think it was Wickham versus Fleetwood. It was 90 plus 4 or something. Saying that, there was a few late goals, so I was a little bit unlucky, because Chef Wed were at home to Accrington, and they let a late goal in. Bournemouth were at home to Reading, they went 1-0 up and then let go of the lead, and then Forest Green as well were 1-0 up as favourites at home and let the lead go against Forest Green. But I think the point I'm trying to make is that we'd have to have sort of won all these to even get back even, and now because we're £15.50 down and we're only putting £2 trades on, that's, if you look at that, it's like 7.5. It's 7 3/4 trades basically need to come in at £2 profit for each one to get that back down to 0. So like I say, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back last week's data, which I've still got on this tab here. I should recognise that one there. I'm going to go back and just check all this TS2 column for every single row I've got here, and make sure the calculations were correct last week, because based on all the trades we've done, there's not that many we would have lost, and the profit was £25.86. We won 51 out of 61. So I'm going to continue with this strategy for the rest of the week anyway, and do a whole 7 days up until next Sunday evening. So we'll get a better idea then. It's just disappointing that we're 2 days in, and it's going to take a little while to turn around. I've went through all the games today, and there's not that many. I've only got 7 listed here, and I've had to go down to, I think, these bottom two. Well, that's the Scottish second division game, Kelty Hearts, and these last 2 are I think it's Italian B. There were some Italian C games, but the liquidity just wasn't there. There wasn't enough. I mean, I might be closer to the games, but I just didn't bother. I'm not forcing stuff on. I'm just going to put on what's available, basically. I'm going to watch the Arsenal-Liverpool game, because the other thing is I still haven't been able to establish the profit I would have made out of strategy 3. So just to recap, strategy 3 would only actually lose if there was no goals, because we're talking about entering before the game and exiting after the first goal. And I just want to get an idea of how much the odds change and how much we'll be able to cash out for if, like, the favourite scored. You can probably normally cash out for a lot bigger profit if the favourite scores rather than the underdog. So for example, Barnet against Boreham Wood. Barnet were the underdogs. They scored first, but they held on and won 1-0 because they were at home. I don't think that got into profit until like midway through the second half, if not even later. That was a bit of a sketchy one, because I was expecting Boreham Wood to get an equaliser, which they didn't. But so I do need to. I'm going to, like I say, I'm going to watch the Arsenal-Liverpool game tonight, and I'm going to check the odds and put it on like a timeline of when the goals go in. I'm quite surprised that Liverpool are still under 2 for this. I know they'll be favourites to win, but I mean, Arsenal are doing pretty well. Arsenal are at home, they're 4th in the league, and I know Liverpool are 2nd, and they probably are the better team, but I still thought they might have been a little over 2. It's probably as close as you can get without going over just about, other than that Dortmund game there. So I'm going to run with these again. The other option, obviously, with these, where I'm jumping in before the game starts, is we could put a cap on the lay odds. So for example, don't do anything over, say, 4.4 or 4.2. I don't know what the average of these are, but if I took the average of those, right, the average is 4.5. So maybe we could say don't go on anything over 4.5, but you know, we would have still lost that one, but we're only losing 590 there. It's these ones that I think are killing the stat. Well, not killing the stats, but killing the potential profit, where you're losing £9.80 on that. I lost £8.80 on that when Bournemouth were at home to Reading. But then again, is any other big ones here that I potentially would have lost but didn't see? I mean, there's a 740 there that was, and there was a 960 there, which was St Patrick's versus UCD. Again, I don't know if this is an issue, but on Monday, because there wasn't so much football, I got in on this sort of Irish League, which I don't know, is it a good idea, is it a bad idea? It looks like a bad idea, because two of the 2 of the 5 games ended in a draw. I did look after the I did look at after the event as well to see if there was anything about these two games, and I think these two games, these four teams, two of the teams, I'm not sure which way around it was, and it probably changed since the result. They probably wouldn't have changed since the results of these games because they were both draws. But two of the teams were 4th and 5th in the league, and the other two were 6th and 7th. And I'm pretty sure, like, the home team was like 4th, the away team was 5th, and then the home team in the other game was 6th in the league, and the away team was 7th. Well, to me, that doesn't cry out as those odds for the home team. In fact, that was the away team. And again, it probably doesn't help that I don't know much about the teams, with them being sort of Irish league, and obviously I'm in England. It could be something like. I think they might have only played 5 or 6 games as well, so it's pretty early in the season. I'll look a bit deeper into it, but it could be, if you equate it to something in like England, it could be like, say, that Dundalk Shamrock Rovers game, and I'm not saying this, but I mean the draw was pretty low, and that they 1.87 Shamrock Rovers, but it could be something. I'm just trying to think of a comparison in the English league. You could have who you'd expect a lower league team, like say. Not a lower league team, sorry, a team like lower down the bottom half of like the Premier League, say like Burnley, and if they were at home to, say, I don't know, somebody like say West Ham, you would say, okay, you'd think West Ham might be 1.87. But because it was like, say, only 3 or 4 or 5 games into the season, and Burnley were, like slightly above where they should have been in the league or so, and it might, might end in a draw. I don't know. I'm just surmising. I'm probably looking at a bit more to it. It might have just been sort of unlucky, but I think we're unlucky in this game, because you wouldn't have expected a draw. You would have expected Man City to win. Especially if you're expecting Liverpool to win tonight away at Arsenal. That's the harder game for Liverpool than it was for Man City. I think Crystal Palace might be a bit of a bogey team, but I'm not going the extent of finding out bogey teams for teams. Although it did cost me £9.80 for not doing so. But I still would have put the money on Man City anyway, to be honest. And I think most people would, apart from probably Crystal Palace fans. Bournemouth Reading again, just give the lead away at home. Same with Sheffield. Bournemouth fighting for an automatic sort of promotion as well, and Reading were about 4th bottom away from home, but obviously then they're fighting for to stay up, and so they don't get caught by like the bottom 3. Sheffield against Accrington. I didn't think Accrington had much to play for because they're pretty mid-table. Can't really get in the playoffs. Can't really go down. And Sheffield are like fighting for their lives to get into the playoff positions. I think they might just be in or just out. I'm not sure. And Forest Green, I've actually looked at their results and they've been doing terrible lately. I think they're still about 6 points clear at the top of the league, but the last 4 or 5 games, I think they've lost 3 and drew 3 or something like that. Yeah, the last 6 games or so, and it's an horrendous record they're on, or a horrendous run at the minute. So these are the games tonight anyway. We'll carry on, like I say. We've got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, so another 4 days to try and pull this round and see how we'll get on. You can see I've actually I've won 13 out of 20. That doesn't stack up because I can only see 6 losses there. Good numbers, good figures. I'll check that number there. I'll check those figures, but I can't be 13 out of 20. I'll fix those formulas, but yeah, there's definitely 20 there, but it looks like I've won 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, 14. That should be 14 out of 20. So I've won 65% of the trades. But go to £15.50 down. But you can just see how much damage loss does. Like this £9.80 loss there, that means we need to do 5 successful trades to just break even on that 9.80, well, to get the plus of 20p, because the £2 would make up the 10, and then when you're doing these two together, so on that one night we lost £9.70. That's 5 winning trades, and then we lost £5.80 on the following day, which is another 3 winning trades. So like 8 winning trades away from being like break even or 50p in profit. So even if all these 7 games tonight win, we're still going to be a little bit down. We're going to be £1.50 down. That's if none of these are draws this evening. But we'll plough on. I am going to, like I say, look at that's got 14 out of 20 there. But you can see I am going to plough on. That should say TS03, of course. I'm going to plough on and like I say, look at the watch this game, because it looks like it could be a pretty good game. I'm going to watch that tonight, and I'm going to establish what the strategy 3 would be. That's where we're entering before the game, and looking to exit either on the first goal or shortly after, and then I'll mark all that down, keep a note of that, and then I'll see how the game pans out after that, and see how the odds change every 10 minutes or so. But that's it for now. Just thought I'd update you with the sort of bad news. I don't know, just finally, I don't know if we were extremely lucky last week in getting no draws, or whether we've been extremely unlucky this week by having 6 draws out of 20 games, because obviously, because we're backing a firm favourite, you wouldn't expect to have so many draws. You'd expect the favourite to win on sort of, you know, the vast majority of games, but then only have the odd game or two where the underdog actually wins or the underdog gets a draw. But in any case, I'm now looking at and questioning this liability, because I don't like a liability of £9.80 when that's like 5 winning trades to get back to even. I need to have a look at that in a bit more detail. And again, it doesn't, going back to my initial point when I started strategy 2 earlier in the week, it doesn't feel like I'm trading, because it feels like I'm just putting a bet on at the start of the day and then checking afterwards to see if I won or lost, which is exactly what I've done with these 7 matches. I've put all these on at the exchange this morning at those prices, and those prices will have changed. I mean, I could be winning on some of them because the draw might have changed. The odds of the draw might change, so I could cash out. But I'll go into all that kind of stuff in a future video. I'm just trying to bottom out the strategy at the moment. It was just a bit disappointing the first couple of days to find out how much we've lost, especially compared to last week when we were up. Okay, thanks very much for watching. Keep an eye out for the next video. Click the subscribe button if you want to be notified and updated when I post a new video with an update on. Thanks very much. Cheers now. Bye.